Some of you have asked how you can help us, while most of us would say we want wine. Italian Wine Podcast is a publicly funded, sponsor-driven enterprise that needs the moolah. You can donate through Patreon or GoFundMe by heading to ItalianWinePodcast.com. We would appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Okay, so let's start tasting
Yes.
Rosso.
Rosso.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about this event? There's a new event. It's called Rosso di
Red.
Yeah.
Red. I think that is something very important for the community, but also for the consumers, because Rosso di Montalcino needs to reach a different status, in my opinion. Because in the past it was always considered to be a declassified Brunello, but Rosso di Montalcino has its strong personality, and I think that is a wine that is very interesting because you cannot drink Brunello every day, but you can drink Rosso every day, and is a wine that has not big structure like the Brunello di Montalcino, but it has a very interesting personality, focus more on the drinkability, the possibility to match with food, with a wide range of dishes, and also it has complexity, but together with great elegance.
I'm really glad actually they're doing this event.
Yes.
Because I think, personally, I know I'm not a wine expert. Personally, I love the Rosso di Montalcino because I think to approach Brunello for especially the younger generation, it's too much. It's too big of a wine, and I think there has to be more Rosso di Montalcino out there because unfortunately, also you produce less Rosso. Because everybody wants to produce Brunello. And I think it's a very good thing that you guys are doing because I really love Rosso di Montalcino, to be quite honest.
I agree.
And it's undervalued. And to get the younger generation to drink Montalcino, I think you have to go out there and promote Rosso. So I'm pretty excited about this new initiative.
Yes, I think that if you want to have in the future the young generation to drink also Brunello, is important that they start from the Rosso so they understand the personality of the Sangiovese, because I think that is a grape variety that doesn't have the roundness that Corvina has, for example. It has the personality of the Sangiovese with tannins, etc. And Rosso is a very, very interesting style.
Yeah, and it's fruity, but it's not a fruit bomb. It's still it's still very sophisticated. I think this wine, and I love Rosso. How much is this wine in retail? Do you know? How much does this wine cost in retail?
In retail, I think that in Italy is around 20. In the United States is around 30. Because of the 3-tier system must be 30, 35.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next wine. So this is the current vintage,
yes,
right?
The current vintage, yes.
By the way, how many bottles are you producing of the Rosso?
We produce 25,000 bottles of Rosso and a little bit more Brunello. We produce 30,000 bottles. The Brunello, the different vineyards. So here you have, of course, more expression of the complexity that the Sangiovese has. It's the aromatic expression is um, very well balanced with the tannin of the oak and more concentration both in the nose, in the color, and in the structure of the wine. More body, more acidity, and you can immediately understand that there is also great possibility for the wine to age.
America is a very important market for you, right? It's the most important market. So the fact of the matter is, I'm sure you know this, but the grand majority of consumers in America drink their wines within 24 hours after their purchase.
Yes, I know.
You know? So I really think this is why the Rosso is kind of the winner.
Yes.
Because you can just buy it and then drink it from the shop, you know?
Brunello is a wine for collectors, is a wine for wine list in the top restaurants. This is the different targets.
So what would you like in terms of, personally, I don't really believe I'm not crazy about food and wine pairing. Like, I feel like you eat whatever and you drink whatever. But what are your recommendations in terms of food and wine pairing with these two different types of wines?
I like, if you are vegetarian, I like, for example, with mushrooms.
Brunello.
Yes. Mushrooms like porcini or the chanterelle. This is the kind of dish that I think...
What about, if you are a vegetarian, what about with the Rosso?
But the Rosso is very good with pasta made...
anything with like red sauce, right? Maybe even like, I don't know, I think it's light enough you can have some
fish.
Yeah, like tuna.
Maybe tuna, yes, can be, yes.
Anyways, listen, so I want to talk to you a little bit about sustainability because like Ricardo told me that you're really a sustainable,
person.
You are not, I'm not sure if you are sustainable, but you are an advocate for sustainability. Now, I'm actually kind of tired of people talking about sustainability. Everyone is talking about sustainability. So what I want to know from you, Marilisa, what do you mean by sustainability? Circumscribed to your wine and your winemaking and vineyard management.
Are you enjoying this podcast? There is so much more high-quality wine content available from Mama Jumbo Shrimp. Check out our new wine study maps, our books on Italian wine, including Italian Wine Unplugged, The Jumbo Shrimp Guide to Italian Wine, Sangiovese Lambrusco and Other Stories, and much, much more on our website, mamajumboshrimp.com. Now back to the show.
You know, Stevie, I don't agree with you because I think that sustainability is a philosophy and is a concept that we all have to embrace. And sustainability for me means respect of the nature and respect of the people that work in the vineyard. And when you have these two concepts together, sustainability becomes the mission of the company. And so I think that we all have to go in that direction. And the sustainability is a very wide concept. Organic is not to use chemical products in the vineyard and to use not to use sulfite in the vinification process or use very little, but sustainability is a concept that for me is very, very important. And I'm very happy that I started with this thing in Valpolicella, in Bolgheri, in Montalcino. We already have the certification in the 3 companies.
And what kind of certification
we have the Equalitas.
Okay, what does that mean? What does Equalitas, for people who are unfamiliar?
Means that you have to follow a specific process but also that you have to respect the people that work for you, which is, for me, is the most important thing, because they have to live in a company where they feel comfortable and where they feel that they are respected and they are happy. This is, I think, for my approach as an entrepreneur, the most important thing.
Listen, let's drink your
Pudernovi.
which is your single
Why don't
vineyard.
you compare the two wines?
Oh, I threw away.
I give you another glass.
Thank you.
So the color is a little bit darker, but not that
pretty
much.
Similar.
Yes.
Are they the same vintage?
Yes.
They are the same vintage?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, what we do with the different wine is not only that we select from different vineyards, but also we use different vinification process. So Brunello is vinified in concrete. Another important thing that San Polo winery have is that we have the concrete tank, and it was the previous owner. So we were one of the very first winery that have a concrete tank here. Yes. So it's fermented in concrete. The other one is fermented in oak.
But this is much more rounder.
Yes, but this has more intensity.
It's more everything.
The Pudernovi has more intensity.
Well, you once, like, I can't remember, was it last year or the year before, you had like some wine which was 100 points?
It was Vigna Vecchia.
Vigna Vecchia,
2015.
my wine.
Your wine.
Yeah,
your wine. Vigna Vecchia 2015. It was my first 100 points. I couldn't sleep the night that I knew that I received the news, because, 100 points is something.
It means your wine is perfect.
Yes.
What does that mean, though? I mean, seriously. Let me ask you, I don't know if you're going to say it, but getting 100 points, did it make any difference in terms of sales? Or it's mostly prestige?
No, it changed a lot of the perception of the winery in terms of the appreciation by the consumers. And the 100 points bring to a winery the collectors, because this target of consumers they look for this type of accolade.
I was walking around with Ricardo, and then I saw some amphoras. So this is kind of your new project now, because you don't have currently now a release of amphora wines.
No.
So do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us a little bit about this new project?
Yes, you know that I am curious. You know that I always want to experiment, and Riccardo was in the same had the same approach. So when he proposed me to vinify the Sangiovese in amphora, I immediately say yes. And I think that the result is very promising, is very exciting, because Sangiovese, without the tannin of the oak, but with the respect of the fruit that you can have with the amphora, is different taste and different flavor.
Will we be able to taste at some point? When is the first release?
We will release very soon in September.
And what is the vintage that you'll be releasing?
Is 2020.
Oh, okay. So you'll be releasing it soon. Amphora. So look out for that. Before we close, Marilisa, I've known you for
15 years?
No. What are you talking about? No, when we did the NASDAQ, that was kind of the first year.
It was 2011.
Okay, so I've known you for 11, 12 years, max. Okay. 11 years. Let's say 11 years.
No, more than this.
Yeah, I think 12 years, right?
No, more.
Anyways, it's been a very long time. Also because it's been very intense. So I've known you for a long time, and I've seen you become even more successful, commercially. But I feel like now, like you, first of all, you have a grandson. I think, first of all, you're completely a different woman since you have a grandson. Completely a different woman. I'm sorry. Like, in a nice way.
Agree.
In a nice way. So I guess my question is, what would you like to leave behind? Like, what would you like your legacy to be? Because I think we get to a certain point in life and we say, I'm pretty satisfied with what we've done. Of course, up and downs, disappointments and successes, but what would you like to leave behind? Not just for your children, because I think I know more or less what you like to leave them, but just in general. What would you like your legacy to be?
My dream is to give to not just to my children, but also for the people that work for me, what my father gave to me, which was an example. I always admire his seriousness in the business and admire his devotion to the work. And so this was, for me, kind of thing that I love from my dad. Not just that I inherited a beautiful property. Mm-hmm. And so what I want to give to my daughter is this. I would like to be, if possible, an example for them. And then, of course, they will find their own way.
Okay. And with that, it's a wrap. Il Cinesi. Okay? Cheers with that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ciao ragazzi.
Oh,
ciao.
Ciao a tutti. Ciao.
Thank you for joining us on another installment of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content in the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured of each location. Chin chin!